Well, obviously back here today doing a bit of work for Sky Sports, looking ahead to the playoff games. Once we knew exactly who was in there, obviously I was throwing my hands up to try and be involved in the coverage. Going to be some brilliant games, a brilliant atmosphere here. Just really looking forward to for covering them. Yeah. So I managed to do a couple of the player interviews, so I had a nice little walk around. Nice to be back out on the pitch. So Charlie Kelman and Omar Beckles, just a little bit of a catch up, trying to keep it nice and light, get behind the scenes of what's been going on, not just on the pitch but off of it as well. And so yeah, really good chat with them, and then catching up with Richie as well. So really good day. It's brilliant to see where the club is now, and I think, you know, it's almost like a full circle moment for when I first arrived at the club, having lost the playoff final the year before, and everything was sort of geared up to take the club to the next level. That was a big part of, you know, my decision to come here. Obviously it didn't materialise. Everyone that was here during that time knows how difficult a period it was, obviously going out of the league, nearly losing the football club itself. But it just goes to show what new owners and good owners can do to a place. They've revitalised it. Obviously the fans, who are brilliant through all of that turmoil, have stuck by the club, so delighted for them. And a real good set of players, and obviously a manager who is really trying to drive things on. And obviously now with the takeover, you know, hopefully really exciting times ahead. I'm still in touch with Nigel and Kent, you know, and I think it's just great to see the job that they've done, and now over to the new man to see how far they can take the football club. And you know, fingers crossed that all starts with a win in the playoffs. Playoffs is a completely different dynamic, and I remember sort of going into my first one, and you still have that mentality almost of like trying to win every game that you play, because that's what we do week in, week out in the league. But it's really important that first one that you're still in it. I go back to my time at Crystal Palace. We played against Watford and we lost the first game 3-0. And we were a bit gung-ho, probably went the goal down and felt like we had to go win that game, and chased it a little bit. And before we knew it, we were out the whole time, and you got no chance in the second leg. So it really is just making sure you're nice and tight. You know, give yourself a chance going into that second leg. If you can win the first one, great. Just make sure you don't lose it, and that you're out of the tie completely. And just stay relaxed. It's a long time, you know, 2 whole games. So stay calm, and then go and get the job done in the second leg. One of the great things about this stadium, when it is full, you really do feel it. It's so close, you know, fans are really close to the pitch, and you feel that energy, you know, coming on. So I've managed to benefit from that at times during my time here as a player, and it gives you that extra, I wouldn't say 1%, I'd say probably 10% at times, you know, especially when you really needed it. This stage of the season, you know, there'll be a few tired legs, of course, but the adrenaline takes over, the excitement takes over, and obviously the fans, at the energy that they can bring, can be a massive help. So obviously anyone who's here and lucky enough to be here, I'm sure they'll get behind the boys, and I'm sure the boys will take that energy onto the pitch.